Take one. My name is Carter Wentworth. I am doing a school assignment in the form of a podcast. Episode 1, Mindy McGinnis, author and Otterbein alumni. Go.
But who is Mindy McGinnis?
Great question. Mindy McGinnis is an author from Ohio. As far as I know, she does not have any kids.
What was her life like?
Mindy was raised on a farm to be a 9th-generation farmer, but she now writes books that correspond to life on a farm in Ohio, being fiction or not.
Was there any events happening at the time she wrote Not a Drop to Drink?
Well, this book was published in 2013, so we have to think about that. This book is an almost apocalyptic world where fresh water is very scarce and hard to find. Although no water-related events happened in the early 21st century, people speculated that in 2012 the world was going to end. This is because the Mayans stopped counting days on the calendar up to 2012. This could have had an effect on the world building in Mindy's book.
Earlier you said that Mindy went to Otterbein. What did she study exactly?
She ended up mainly studying English literature and religion.
When did Mindy start publishing books?
She started consistently publishing books in 2010. Her goal is to publish one a year.
What inspired her to start writing, and what was her first book?
She started writing to be able to provide for her hometown schools after being a librarian for a while. Her first book was Not a Drop to Drink, the book we are about to talk about. The rest of the books she has written are How Girls Are Made, Under This Red Rock, A Long Stretch of Bad, This Darkness Mine, The Initial Insult, The Last Laugh, Be Not Far From Me, Heroin, Given to the Sea, Given to the Earth, The Female of the Species, Madness So Discreet, Not a Drop to Drink, and A Handful of Dust. I would like to thank Miss Hosney for making me list all of those. Carry on.
What genre of books does she focus on, and has she ever been criticized for anything?
She mainly writes dystopian, historical fiction, thrillers, and more. Though having lots of reviews, most are good, saying how she can portray characters well.
Tell me about the book. In other words, just sum up the last section in one paragraph.
This book is about a girl who was raised in an almost apocalyptic world where fresh water is hard to come by. I connected this book because I was raised in Ohio, but not in the country. I enjoy the survival aspects, especially later in the book. I didn't enjoy how the beginning went, especially with no main threat until the end. The author's life was reflected in this book because Lynn was raised in Ohio on the countryside.